Come on, Sally. We got the farm to go farm. Come on. To 2,000 RPMs. Good gosh of Moses. This mug is getting. Alright, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Here we are back in another episode of Realistic Farming out here in America. Now, if you haven't seen the series, to begin with, I recommend you go back and you check episode 1. This is on Goldcrest Valley. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of work today, not too much, not too crazy. Right over here, make sure no cars coming, make sure no trains coming. Right over here we had an oat field. Unfortunately, I kind of let it wither. That was my fault. I accidentally left the game on overnight, running in the background on my computer, and I come back on here. I'm like, oh, what is that racket? And then all of a sudden I open up Farming Simulator, and sure enough, the game was left on. So that didn't work out too good, and this cotton here grew up, and it withered as well. So we lost cotton and we lost oats. Now that's kind of a good thing though, because I was wanting to cultivate this, and I really wanted them to grow at the same time. Now there is one issue that we do have. Now, last video that we did, we cultivated this right over here. There was a field right here. Okay, there was a field. You can see it right here, kinda, where it changes colors. So this is a field, and what I did, I noticed that this weeder right here had a PTO on it, and I said, well, that's kind of strange. And then I realized, this is a cedar. So I went to the shop, filled this thing up. I did this off camera. I went to the shop, filled this thing up with grass seed, and I come over here and I planted it down, and sure enough, grass popped up. It says it needs plowing, so we don't have a plow, and we're not really going to harvest this grass anyway. We're going to be putting down sheds and stuff out here for our farm. The only fields we're concerned about is that one right yonder, where the cotton is, and the one right there. And matter of fact, I got old Bob over there working. He's running the 265 today, the Massey, and he's pulling that little cultivator that we bought in the last episode. So today's episode is pretty much taking our 463,000. Actually, we need to hop in this guy because we purchased a new cultivator. Well, not cultivator, but seeder. So we're going to run down to Joe's farm right quick. He set it up for us. So we're going to run down to Joe's farm, and we're going to pick up that new Amazon Condor. It's a cedar. I believe that thing's 25 meters. Now we're going to have to go to the shop, and we're going to have to rent one of their forklifts so we can load this thing up. But anyway, we're going to try to plant this field today. We got to see if we have enough money to hire out a contractor to come build us a couple of buildings, or I don't know if we would want to get a house first or not. I don't really know what we want to do. We probably would have been smart if we bought a piece of property that already had a house on it, but we go hardcore, and we like to start fresh. So we're pretty much living off the land right now. There's Joe up here still has that John Deere 4955. Last I had checked, I think he had used it one more time, and he said he was not going to use it anymore. And I think he cultivated his field with it over here, and he got it pretty dirty. So we're going to take a look at it while we're up here today. I kind of want to see what the hour meter says on that thing. I'm not really sure how many hours is on it, but I hope it's not too many. So we're going to be looking at that today. But here is the cultivator slash seeder, planter, whatever you want to call this thing, that we purchased for $15,000 from Mr. Joe here. So let's ride up here. I want to check this John Deere. He said we could come look at it anytime, so he just kind of got us chilling back here, just sitting there, and we're going to check and see how many hours he's got on this thing. So right here is this is the John Deere we're going to be getting. Now, if you hadn't been watching the series, you're probably wondering, well, why are you going to get a 4955 when you got the John Deere right here? Well, here's the thing. This 7R, let me shut it off quick. This thing's a little loud. This 7R right here is a rental. We're leasing this from the shop. This is not our permanent tractor, okay? We didn't have enough money to start off with this big old tractor. We actually are buying a used tractor from Mr. Joe here, and it is a 4955. It's so daggone dirty you can't even see it. Okay, here we go. 4955 John Deere. I kind of want to see how many hours is on. Holy moly, 2,739 hours. Now, I feel like that's not a bad amount of hours, but the service is way down. Diesel's getting low. He's got about a half tank in here. So yeah, he's definitely put this thing through the mill in the time that he's used it. So we are going to have to figure that out for now. But you know, he said we're going to be able to get this for 40,000 liters of oats. So what I'm hoping is our two our two fields will get us somewhat close. So this guy's got a silo right here. This is his silo, and he is really low on oats, because what this guy does is he's got a horse farm away from here. It's on this map, but it's not in this area, okay? So I don't know how to explain that fully, but it's on the map and it's in the area, but we're gonna hook up to this. But he has a horse farm and he needs oats. So we told him, we said, all right, we'll grow you some oats, we'll give them to you for that tractor. And you know, I feel like that's not bad. 2,700 hours is really not bad for a tractor. So get my blinker on here, wait for the van to go by. I'll run some hazards and some beacons here, put this thing in cruise control. But yeah, I mean, I feel like 2,700 hours is not too bad for a tractor. I mean, what year is that tractor? I mean, we could pull it up on our little tablet here and see. Yeah, let me do that. Let me pull over. I want to see just how old these tractors are. Let me just kind of pull over in this little corner here. Okay, so they're roughly between 88 and 92. So that's not too bad. You know, not too terribly bad according to Tractor Net. So we're looking at 1988 to 1992. So I'm not really sure what his model is. I mean, what year it is. I know what model it is. Alright, so it is a 4x2. We're just trying to get a gauge here on our tractors, just so we know what we're buying. Alright, so here is the 4955 right here. So you can actually get a loader on it. We have a 2-wheel drive, the wheelbase. We have the front end loader specs. It says it's going to be above the PTO shaft, so we may have to check that later. And it'd be, okay, so here's how we find our years right here. So it'd be 1001, 3501, and 7001. So when we buy that tractor, we'll check the serial number and we'll see what year it actually is by doing that, and that's on the 4955. So basically they were made from 89 to 91, so that's kind of cool to see. So let me go ahead and get out of my tablet here and get back on the road, because we got to get on down to the shop. Matter of fact, I think I passed up the shop, so let's see. Yes, we got to go back to the right here. Swing it wide, brother. We might have been holding that car up. Sorry, car. Alright, so we're going to swing back around here, and we got to go to the shop. Now, I'm not really sure how much this thing holds, but we're going to set it to... okay, here we go. It does do oats. We're going to set it to oats, and we're going to park up probably right here, I'm thinking. We'll open up our bin here. So let's hop out. So we got that opened up. So now we need to purchase some seed. Alright, so let's go with this. This is 1,000 liters. We're not going to go with too much here. That's 3. There's 4. Alright, we'll go with that for now. And we'll go with solid fertilizer. That's 1,000 liters. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lease. Can I lease it? I can't. Okay, here we go. Nokian Trailblazer. I guess it don't really matter. We're gonna lease it for $3,000. Unfortunately, you know, I mean, in real life, yeah, you probably wouldn't have to lease it, and the shop would probably have it, and they would load you up. But this shop's not very friendly, so we are going to do that. So let's lease this puppy right here. And here is our loader that we can use. Let's go to first person here. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge for me, because I've never done farm sim first person with a loader. Alright, so I've drove a lull in real life, but I haven't drove one of these in real life, so I'm not really sure how they function. Alright, looks like we got it. Alright, so let's... oh no, is this thing gonna be high enough? Oh my gosh, I probably should have thought about that. That is the side we need to be on. So let's run this baby over here, and we'll swing it in. I believe... shoot, I can't even see it. I believe this is going to be high enough. I'm not really sure, but I believe it is. Alright, let me see. Oh shoot, we're kind of going through it right there. Alright, let me go to the back here. Okay, we're pouring. Now, like I say, I don't know how much this Amazon holds, but I'm thinking all of these will be able to go in it. So I'm gonna load these up, guys. Probably gonna time lapse this really quick, just so you can not have to sit here and be bored watching me load this. So we're gonna do that. Alright guys, so that is finally loaded. That was a little bit of a pain in the butt, but we got it. We're going to go ahead and return this to the shop, I think. Yep. So let's go ahead and return. And let's do it again. Okay. So there we go. The shop's got it now. We got some seed and fertilizer in here. We got 4,700 of oats and 4,000 fertilizer. So let's make sure that's shut. Yes, it did. Okay, now we're going to wait for Johnny to cross the road here. And we're going to pull back to the farm, to the fields, and we're going to be installing these oats in the ground and fertilizing them. We're going to be hiring out a worker and letting them get to it. So we're going to go ahead and cruise control here and ride this baby back to the farm. Let's go ahead and listen to some music here. Radio ain't too loud, the engine's overpowering it, but oh well. Boy, I do love farm sim, I tell you what. And you know, it makes it a lot better when you apply real life settings to it, because I mean, to me, if you're doing a simulator game, you want to make it be as legit as possible. So you know, if it's something that doesn't look legit to me, that would be legit, I'm not going to do it. Now I can look at this and I can see where this could be a cultivator and a seeder all in one. You see these little spike looking things? They're like little blades. I feel like that is what would do the cultivating. So in my opinion, yes, IMO, in my opinion, that is what that does. Now the seeds, do they go inside of those blades? Yes, they do. You see these little hoses right here? Alright, them hoses hook up to those blades like that right there. Okay, you see that? There's another one right there, another one right there, another one up there. They all hook into that, and they're all fed from this tank right here. So technically, now that we have this, we don't need Jerry over there to continue cultivating. But we're going to go ahead. I mean, you know, it says it's legit. So let's go ahead and unfold this baby. And we're going to get it over here. We can go ahead and kill the beacons. We don't need them things anymore. We're going to get rid of this cotton. And I want to make sure that I'm coming up on the field correctly here. Get repositioned where I'm straight. Kind of just taking it out here as we go. But that is okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look back here at what I'm talking about. So each one of these blades has a hose that comes into it. See how these hoses go? They go up through here. And if you look at real farm equipment that are big planters like this is kind of how they do. And matter of fact, let me hop on my iPad and I can show you what I'm talking about. So we'll go ahead and hop on our iPad here. And let's do a new tab in our internet browser. And let's look up seeders. These are all baby seeders. Tell you what, we could go to images. Now let's look at images here. And if it's not a seeder, it'd be a planter. Okay, here's one right here. Here's a good example of what I'm talking about. Okay, you see these hoses? They go up. Yeah, this screen's not big enough. Alright, so let me zoom out here a little bit. So, basically, I think you get the idea. Basically, this thing right here is what... This is where you put your seed and all your other stuff. And it comes down these hoses, and the seeds just fall into these wheels that plant it in the ground. Now, FarmSim did a good job here with making this thing look pretty legit. So each one of these has a wheel that kind of guides it so it doesn't go too deep. So that's kind of how this thing works, and the seeds just fall right down in there. And like I say, this is used as a cultivator because those type of blades that are on it, you don't have to have a good ground that would accept it. So we're gonna hop over here. We're gonna go ahead and hire us out a worker here, and they got the PTO set there to 2,000 RPMs. Good gosh of Moses, this mug is getting it. Alright, I feel like that is not legit. Alright, so we're not going to let this guy go 17 miles an hour with this load back here. So let's run this thing down. We're going to make him go 8 miles an hour. And even that I think is too fast, but anyway. So he's kind of getting along here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump out of here really quick once he stops. Alright, hold up right now. Alright, let's roll. Alright, so we're going to run over here. Kind of run through the field here. Well, I feel like in real life you wouldn't run. So we're not going to run. We're just going to walk. And I'm going to go talk to Jerry over there. I mean, you can just see this field. Hopefully, once we get these oats growing, we'll be able to get that tractor. Because right now, that tractor right there is costing us $2,800 a day right now. So I'm ready to get rid of that tractor as soon as I possibly can. Train's coming. All right, this is telling me it needs plowing, so we may have to plow it. Let me run over here and tell him right quick. Hey, Jerry, hang on, brother. All right, so we're gonna have to set this thing off. I'm gonna have to load this on the Cummins, and we're gonna have to take it downtown, get a plow for it, park it up right here. I mean, you know, your crops will grow if you don't plow it, but if you don't plow it, you're not going to get the maximum yield. So, you know, we're trying to look for the most we can get out of the ground. So that's what we're trying to do. And if we got to plow it to do that, then that's what we're going to have to do. We're not going to listen to the radio, so we'll turn that off. All right, let's load up this Massey right here. We're going to park it right there. All right, so right now we're going down to the shop. We got to get a plow. Alright, we're just pulling in here nice and good. Alright, let's go ahead and drop the gate down. Alright, we're going to hop in here. Back this dude off of here. And park over. Well, we could park over here for the time being. Just kind of pull up right here. I'm going to have to go talk to the shop people really quick. So we're going to be buying this thing right here for 13 grand. Too bad we couldn't get that used. That would have been awesome. Okay, so here it is. All right, so let's hook this thing up to the Massey and let's see how well she's going to pull it. All right, we just about on it. All right. All right, well, we got to get on the trailer. A little bit of a steep turn there, but not too bad. Shut this off quick. And then we need to get in the Cummins here. And we need to fold up these ramps, and we're ready to haul. So let's roll. Alright, so we're over here at the farm now. We're going to go ahead and park it up. Oh, that's right, this thing does have beacons on it. I didn't think it did, but it does. Alright, so we're going to be backing this thing off. I got to get the ramps down really quick. Let me go ahead and do that. I like leaving the wheel turned. Alright, so we got the ramps down. Let's go ahead and hop in the Massey here. Let's go ahead and back her down here, and we'll get this baby started. We get this baby positioned just right here. I feel like we're not going to get it all. Let's kind of see what we're doing. Alright, so I don't know how fast this thing will go, but we're going to run him down to 6, and we're going to let him work. So let's get our ramps folded up here. Then we got to get our house placed. So I'm trying to think what house I want to go with. There's a couple in here that I have to choose from. Just make sure we're pulling in nice and neat here. Alright, let's go ahead and park it. Now I don't have any way to like do a building progress, you know, like get the foundation done and then get studs and stuff. I feel like that'd be kind of cool, but the only thing I can do is go with this right here. I feel like this would be pretty slick. Alright, we're gonna go with that right there, and we're gonna go take a look at it. That was only 10 grand, so that wasn't too bad. So here we go. We got our trailer here. So I think now we need to get a shed to put our tractors and stuff in. Let's see, maybe we can put it over here. Yep, we can put it right there, so that'll work. I feel like this would kind of work out good, but I don't really know where to put it. We could put one down here and have like a separate spot where we pull in, have like 2 driveways, you know, have one where we come in here, and if we wanted to mow our field we could do that. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to put that right there, and let's take a look at our ground here. Let's do the landscaping. So we kind of want to smooth this baby off as best we possibly can. Alright, we're going to do this. We're going to make this the trailer parking area back here. So we don't need it real big, but we need it somewhat big. This is just eating money up, son. We're going to have nothing, but we're going to have 3 fields. So that's going to be great. Okay, that's not too bad. Put a little more gravel out this way till we can't go anymore. Feel like that looks pretty good there. So we got a nice little driveway here. So now let's cut in a gravel road to come over here to this little shed right here. Beautiful. And we'll just do it right around in there. Okay. And maybe another pass right through here. I feel like that would be pretty good. Okay, so we got a shed here. Trees kind of in the way. We will definitely cut those down at a later date. Well, we got our farm pretty much squared away. We still got to put away equipment. We got to figure out where we're going to park our stuff. Harvester's probably going to go in here. Weeder and cultivator will go in here probably. I don't know. I may put the weeder and cultivator in that shed, and then I'm gonna definitely park the harvester in here, the combine. Trailers are gonna go over there. Unfortunately, the header's gonna have to go on that trailer over there as well, so it's gonna be in the weather. Massey Ferguson probably gonna go in here. Probably go in this little door. Next episode, guys, we're going to be putting away all the equipment. We're going to be getting the oats done. This guy over here, he's still working. We're going to let him work all day today, and then we're going to be putting away the equipment next episode. I feel like our farm is coming together. We still can harvest grass and stuff. We still got enough money to get a mower if we wanted to. So let's go over here. Let's get the John Deere, and we're going to get it put back to the sheds to be put away. He kind of parked up over here close to the road, but that's okay, so nobody can steal it. Alright, let's fire it up really quick, and let's go ahead and put this baby in gear and back it up. Kind of backing over the field here, but that's okay for the time being. And we'll ride this thing out to the road. We'll turn back to the right, and then we'll figure out where we're going to park it. Alright, so we're going to pull up through here. We're going to just kind of park it up for now because I'm not putting away equipment this video. We're trying to get that field plowed over there so I can sow it, and that's going to come up next video as well because it's going to take him forever to get all of that plowed. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I do appreciate you watching. If you like these realistic kind of videos, be sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe, and if you do so, be sure you hit the bell icon so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Alright guys, that's going to do it. Appreciate you watching, and we will see you next episode.